What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown for Netflix with the ticker symbol NFLX. Remember that if you want a chart analysis guaranteed to be done, please read the description below. Before we begin, please take a second to give the video a like and subscribe for more chart analysis. I appreciate all those who have already subscribed and liked my videos. Just a reminder that this video is for entertainment purposes only, does not constitute any financial advice. I will first go over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. So it looks like the bulls cannot break through that EMA back here in late December, and then pretty much the bulls gave up and sellers started to come in and drop the market further. So previously I had the uptrend drawn like this, where I thought that we would get a retest of the highs because this was the first breakout side of the channel, like all this stuff over here, and then normally you would get a run up to test the previous highs. But now that I look at it and give the chart a second look, you can see that I think if I draw it a little differently, and you only know this in hindsight and how the price action prints to the chart at a later time, you can see that now it kind of looks like we already had that breakout side of the channel right here back in early November to mid-November, and then we already had that run up to test the previous swing high, and then that usually leads to a sell-off or a reversal. So, and that's what we got. So it looks like the channel was a little more steeper, and that would make more sense for the price action that we're getting currently. So let's just look at the price action that we're getting currently, this downtrend that price action is inside of. So since we didn't reverse after getting a breakout side of this little slim downtrend channel right here, that leads me to believe that we are in a bigger downtrend channel, probably something like this, because price action is still continuing lower. So this also fits the chart pretty nicely. So I believe this fits the price the best, and I'm going to continue to stick with it unless the chart tells me otherwise. So as right now, we are at the support side of the channel, and we just had a double test of it. You can see that was the first bounce here. Price went up just a little bit, but then it failed, and we got a second bounce. So this could lead to a minor reversal, maybe a two-legged correction back up, because we are getting far away from the EMA. So we could see a pullback here in the short term, maybe to the 565 level, 560 level. But I still believe we're going to continue a little bit lower, because there is a measured move that could be hit. You can see that this will be the first leg down for the price right here. Let me just drag this up a little bit better. And if I just drag this down right here, you can see that target I have for Netflix is right at the $500 level. So we're almost there. Price action almost reached it, but it got to bounce up because this channel is acting as support. So my target is the $500 level. I don't know how the price action is going to reach it. We could reach it, just continue to sell off right now. We can have a pullback and then eventually reach it. I don't know how they're going to reach it, but I think there's a high probability they will. We also fell back inside of the range that Netflix was previously inside of, so that's not a good sign for the bulls. You can see all this sideways action is a range, and now price action came right back inside of it. So we could just see more sideways action in the future. Let me just drag it over, and let's change the color. Let's make it green. You can see that pretty much all these price bars are green. Inside of this green channel, working sideways, and then price action had a breakout side of it, and then there was pretty much like double top reversal pattern right at the highs of this uptrend. You can see that this high right here could barely go above the previous one, and then price action was very weak and just sold off. Previously, you could see that the highs were surpassing the previous ones by a good amount, and now price action just stalled out at this level. So it's reversing. It fell back inside of the range. You can see that recently there was a gap, a big sell-off right here, and then a gap right where the top of the range is. So we sold off, fell back inside the range. We are finding some type of support at the midline of the range. So this could lead to a little pullback, maybe like I said, to the 565 level, and then we might find resistance there and continue lower to the $500 target. And if we don't find some type of support there, we could reach the 470 level. So that's another previous support, and that's a very strong one. You can see that price action bounced here a lot of times. So that's what I have for Netflix. It looks like previously the uptrend could have been in play, but we won't know until it happened, and it looks like it wasn't in play because it already had played out. You don't know 100% sure. You can't be really 100% sure about your read until it happens, and you see, oh, I know what I did wrong. But it's only in hindsight that you can see that your chart reading was off or it needed an adjustment. But you can see now it makes more sense of if you draw it like how I did. It makes more sense what the chart is doing. So it looks like it's selling off, pulling back, and fell back inside of the range. I still see lower prices. I think in the very short term, maybe like a few weeks to a month, we might see a pullback back up to fill in this little gap right here, and maybe reach the 565 level, 570 level. But I still think we're probably gonna see lower prices, maybe to the $500 level, and possibly even the high $400 levels. So that's what I have for Netflix so far. So let's go and wrap this up on the weekly chart. So here's the weekly chart for Netflix, and you can see that this channel is supporting the price since pretty much 2016, 2017. And I'm still bullish long term. I think eventually Netflix will continue to go higher and higher. I think it will surpass that previous all-time high. I don't know when, but I think it will. There's a high probability to it. This trend looks like it can continue longer than we think. Let me remove the channel. So in the short term, I think we'll probably see some more selling pressure. Probably reach that $500 level. There is some type of support here previously, but if we don't bounce from there, I think we can go lower to the 470 level. You can see there's a lot of support here, the 470, 480 level, and we might just create a failed breakout to trap in shorts, playing the breakout, and then reverse the market strongly, and that might send prices higher up. I'm still sticking to my target as long as we don't fall below the previous swing. So this could be the first leg up right here for the price, and this could be the second leg up. So as long as we don't go below the 464 level, 462 level, there's still a chance that Netflix could reach the 779 level technically. But if we do go below, then I could just drag it down maybe to the 420 level or even the 410 level, and you can see that the measure move still points at the high or to the mid $700 level. So I still think this is just a short-term correction for the long-term uptrend, and it's only like a 20-25% correction, so that's really not that much in the market. But I still think long-term Netflix will continue higher, but in the short term, like I showed you how we can play out, I think we might see a short-term bounce here, but that might just fool all the people who are going to pick bottoms and then get one more drop, and then we might see that move up. So that's how I'm thinking Netflix will play out. But if anything changes, I'll give you guys an update. Thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. Make sure to check out the rest of the channel since you might be surprised the way you can learn. Leave a comment down below on where you think prices are headed. Also share the video if you want your friends to learn about the markets. Lastly, I appreciate any feedback to help improve the channel since I want to deliver good content to you guys. See you next time, and bye.